All right, so this is the issue here. So I've got this Dewalt string trimmer here, torn down a little bit, down to the motor here, and I've pulled out the central magnet here that drives this gear, which in turn drives the other gear on the main housing for the string trimmer manifold to sit in itself. It would pop right there. So this gear is driven with this gear via the motor. So this is a magnet. If I were to put this in here right now, it'd just sink right in there. Now, what happens on an electric motor like this is electricity is given to these copper coils here, right? And so the opposite of the magnets, Ruby, stop, please. The opposite of those magnets, like at the Bonneville Dam, for instance, is that water is pushing this, it's moving this, so that these spin and generate electricity. And so as the magnets come by here, it transfers electricity through the copper coils. In this case, it's the opposite. So the copper coils get electrically magnetized. You know what I'm trying to say. And so as they get magnetized, that goes around, thus making this spin around, and that makes the gear go, so on and so forth. Okay, so the issue is that if the magnet gets too far to one side or the other, it's going to be pulled in, right? Like a magnet. So it's going to be pulled in, it's going to be drawn in to this other side here. So what's happening is as you start up the string trimmer and the electric coils turn on, that central magnet is getting pulled in. Sorry, my dog is hitting me. Let's try and chase a light. That central magnet is being pulled to one side, and then it's being drawn to the next, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next, and the next. So it goes around. Essentially what's happened is, I don't know if you could see it down in there, but there was a ball bearing at the bottom there. I'm trying to do this two-handed. This is kind of difficult. There was a ball bearing down there. Ruby, stop. There was a ball bearing down in this lower spot here. It's hard to tell. Anyway, that ball bearing was what went around this. And so that kept this magnetic piece here from wobbling back and forth. When it wobbles to one side, right, it's being drawn closer to those copper coils. And so as it's drawn here, it's closer to this one, so it doesn't want to go and attract to this guy. So it just stays here. Well, it might wobble a little bit, so then it gets closer to this one. So that's why it was going two different directions, is because it stopped here on this coil, would get close to it, too close, and then jump to this one, and then jump back to this one, and then sometimes jump to this one. But those bearings are so important that they keep this centered right here so that it's equal distance from all of these in order that it spins properly. And here are actually some of the balls from that ball bearing, super tiny. And some of them have been missing. There's no way it was a ball bearing with just 3 balls. So that seems like that is our issue, which essentially you could repair that ball bearing down there. You have to take off the electrical components here. So it's doable, but honestly, it's just kind of trash at this point. So that's kind of the worst case scenario on this Dewalt trimmer. I've seen other people, like I just went downstairs and I blew this out because this had a ton of grass in it. So I blew that out. This piece, which is the guard, sometimes will mess up things as well. And then another issue is just down at the end where the battery plugs in. Those metal bits will sometimes have dirt all over them. And if you just clean those off, sometimes it's a better connection for the battery. So it looks like that was our issue today. Yeah, this guy's pretty much toast.